Continuing coverage on a string of violence across Baltimore, from a weekend mass shooting in East Baltimore that leaves one person dead to the assault of a detective near Lexington Market and that brutal beating of a 74-year-old man in Fells Point that killed him. This morning we have lifelong resident Pastor P.M. Smith joining us live to weigh in on this violence. Good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Megan.
Let's start with that 74-year-old man killed in Fells Point. We are now getting word that the suspect that is now arrested in custody has 20 prior convictions in Florida. 20. How does this happen?
Number one, condolences to his bride. Number two, that could have been me, right? Number three, that man, young man, was in that neighborhood for weeks and months. Everybody knew him, homeless, begging for money. Why wasn't there some kind of complaint? Why wasn't there some kind of citation written? Maybe if he had a citation on him, and we're talking about low-level crimes, this never would have happened, but it did. Fell through the cracks.
Do you think that this will change how things are handled in the future?
Well, only if we exercise the operation that Mr. Bates has put in. Those low-level crimes, those quality-of-life crimes can be remedied in advance if we just use that citation effort.
A detective, meantime, assaulted downtown while trying to detain a drug dealer. What does this say about the criminals here in Baltimore? I mean, this isn't just a citizen, this is a detective with the police department.
Number one, daytime, 12:30, open-air drug market, 2 police officers. And not only did they struggle to arrest him, but 3 other people came to rescue him. No fear of authority, no deterrent, because there are no consequences and no policies. I'm sure they locked up, and hopefully not on the street today.
Along that line of just lawlessness, we saw that mass shooting this past weekend. 8 people injured. One of them succumbed to those injuries and died. When we look at that lawlessness, how do you get that under control? How do you instill, for lack of better words, fear inside those criminals that there will be repercussion for their actions?
We have to invoke the policies of Mr. Bates and Mr. Barron, and we go get them, we lock them up, because right now, no fear of authority, no consequences, no strong deterrent, so you're going to get chaos. And don't blame it on the weapon they use. Blame it on the individual. We talk about guns, but there's a trigger puller who has no value on life. If he has no value on life, he's voted for death. I think we might need to consider the death penalty again, because some folk lose their right not only to live in a civil society, but live among us.
What is your congregation saying? Do they feel safe in this city?
A lot of baby boomers, and as I said, they identify with Mr. David Philpott. Number one, our youngsters see us as persons who have, and they see us as persons who are weak. So we become targets over and over throughout the city. The elders, who should be respected and protected, become targets.
Wow. Pastor Smith, we'll leave it there for today on this string of violence across our city. Thank you for weighing in.
Thank you, Ms. Megan.
I'm Mary Bubala. Thank you for watching. Here's another video for you to watch. Also take some time to subscribe to our YouTube channel.